Hey boardies, welcome to Mass Games. Today I'm bringing you Cthulhu Wars Duel, a Sandy Peters game, and this is the unboxing, the preview, the trailer, and it's basically been a remake of the original very popular Cthulhu Wars Duel without the massive giant plastic miniatures. This is a two-player only game. It's the 8th game actually I'm going to be playing which has the word Duel in the title, being a board game. So a purely two-player game, it's asymmetrical. It's going to go into the playlist under two-player games. It's also going to be a new playlist I'm going to create called asymmetrical games. And I felt I had already cut the shrink, but maybe I hadn't. This game arrived actually on my birthday, which is pretty cool. And it's going to be the second game I think I own, maybe the third, which is a Cthulhu game. Another one being Invasion of the Brood, also a Sandy Peterson game. So Sandy Peterson games. And yeah, so much cheaper than the original one by a massive margin. The MSRP is $29. This came direct, so actually if you live in Europe, you're going to get a UPS notification potentially, and mine came via Germany and didn't get any customs charge, thankfully. And yeah, so this, in terms of the year of release, it's a 2020 release. It arrived 2021. I knew about this actually back in November last year, but I couldn't say anything about it for a good 4 months. So I got to know a little bit about this game in advance when I was looking up Invasion of the Brood. So here we go. We've got the rule book, quite a nice meaty rule book here, and some nice artwork. There's a nice ebook that you can get hold of, which I don't know if that's actually in print as well, to do with the artwork to do with Cthulhu as well. So again, as I mentioned, the designer is Sandy Peterson. We've got the artists involved here. We have Grey Herb, we have Richard Long, and also Damien Mamalotti, if I can pronounce that correctly. And if I just keep going through what's actually inside, let me tell you a bit more about what's going on. So, the old ones have risen. Monsters walk with the earth. Humanity is finished, but the struggle continues. Which great old one will rule the ruins of earth? Now you take charge. Which I think actually is an interesting companion piece to Invasion of the Brood, should the aliens win. And yeah, there is the Mountains of Madness going on in Invasion of the Brood. So what I'm going to do here is just leave this kind of in shots. Kind of like that kind of shine on the box still there. Let's continue to go through inside it. So this is an area control game, again, asymmetrical, as I said. And, as I said, the plastic miniatures have been removed. You've got these cardboard standees instead. Now, having played some fantastic games such as Legends of Andor, I'm absolutely fine with cardboard standees. It's the #1 game of all time presently, which is Gloomhaven. And here's the lovely looking board. As you can see, I've gone with natural lighting, generally for that dogma. So, as I said, it's a fast-moving two-player strategy game, which you play as Great Cthulhu himself, or maybe the Black Goat. So you can choose between the two, obviously, who you're going to be. Got these lovely little eyes over here, like a goat themselves. And yeah, that Black Goat, a cosmic goddess of hideous fertility. Each side is striking different and with unique units as well. So you're going to be striking differently, and also different abilities and strategies are going to be available. So obviously got different things you can work towards, not just going to go and be like a Risk style game. So you're going to hear the standees for the different players. We're going to try and maybe assemble something. We've got a deck of cards here as well, which we can come back onto and start doing a bit of punching. So again, in Cthulhu Wars Duels, the giant plastic miniatures have been replaced with cardboard standees. This not only allows a game to be far more affordable, as I've already mentioned, but also makes it travel-friendly as well and saves on table space. It means you can drop a Cthulhu Wars Duel in a bag and take it to your game night with obviously minimal space requirements. As well as that, it also doesn't take up much space as the original, allowing it, of course, to be in much smaller spaces. And in short, one of the most accessible versions of Cthulhu Wars ever made. Now, of course, if you do like this video and any others, please hit that thumbs up, please share, please subscribe if you haven't already, and also hit that notification bell to get notified of all the other videos coming along. We've got plenty more coming this week. In addition to that, check out the description for any updates I might have or any mistakes or anything I've got to state on the matter. And finally, please also check out, and by all means, please add in a comment, and I do reply very quickly. So let's keep on moving on with these things here. So again, the sort of category is fantasy, fighting, horror. I think these might pop out better that way. No. So front to back, guys, that's how you need to do it. And the mechanisms, we have action points, we have area majority and influence, area movement, dice rolling, and various player powers. So of course, the family of this is going to be Cthulhu Wars, and Cthulhu Mythos and Villainy, and as I said, it does re-implement Cthulhu Wars. Oh, so nearly everything is out here. Oh, and yeah, just be careful when you're punching these things out. So we have a game tracker up here, top of the board. We have the Doom on the left. Now remember, Sandy Peterson designed that game as well, which is pretty cool. I don't know if that's influenced him with Cthulhu or vice versa. Let's get these pieces out. And I don't know if I want to punch that out. I think I might need to. I think I will. I can see it. I'm going to do it. So I can go away. Got the box of the inserts. You can put things back together again. Got the dice. Quite similar dice, actually, to in the game I played on my birthday, which is Duel, which has similar black dice. Black, of course, does make a lot of sense for this kind of game. And again, if you want to check out the how to set up, play and review, by all means make sure you are subscribing to check that out, because that is where the meat of this this content is going to lie. But lots of people do like the unboxings. I like to see what's inside, how to punch it, maybe how to pack it away, and also you know, what is the backstory. So that's basically what this video is all about. As with all the others, so of course you can check that out for Invasion of the Brood. Again, I've done a sort of playthrough through of Invasion of the Brood 2. I might try and get a two-player live playthrough going, but based on current lockdown stuff, being the history that I'm making, then that's not really possible. So these are different slightly to the Invasion of the Brood boards. These aren't the kind of plastic linen sheen, but still very nice, nice and large, and quite nice shiny feels to them. Almost wiped clean, but I wouldn't suggest you put any kind of drinks on here too. Obviously got elder signs available. We've got all the kind of stuff, similar kind of text coming up to when you see that in Invasion of the Brood. And there we go, begin transcription. I was actually thinking about Invasion of the Brood, maybe my dreams last night. And finally have this rulebook. So again, phase of play on the back, which is handy to keep a handy track of. Of course, with 2 players, you don't need to worry more about that. A little bit more about the history of Cthulhu Wars. What's different, of course, makes sense. I think if you're going to have the original, you're probably going to get this, or at least if you've played the original, but you know you didn't want to get hold of it yourself because other people have it, then this is your next opportunity. In fact, I'm guessing probably the only opportunity, as I don't know if the original is still available. At least I couldn't recall seeing it at the time. So yeah, pictures, we've got some diagrams, we've got some arrows, and it worked pretty well with Invasion of the Brood. There was a slight change when I got it in terms of a rule setup. But so far, that is everything. So fair amount going in there. Again, I can't seem to see any bags. It looks like you're just chucking things in loose. Again, I've got plenty of bags. It's strange how some places do that. And apologies if there's a slight camera wobble. I'm using a different tripod. In fact, it's a monopod, you might want to call it. So again, we've got these different characters, which are still pretty hideous, you know, quite scary enough. I might have mentioned in a previous video that I had been contacted to be a horror editor for a magazine, but of all the genres, I like my thrills and maybe my chills too, and particularly film noir. But when it comes to horror, yes, it can be a bit too scary for me at times, or my ability to want to watch it. Having said that, there was a horror writer director in Los Angeles who did contact me, and I did do some consultancy for a board game, so that basically people can be re-immersed in the basically the experience they're going through in the film that they're watching. So again, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it made a bit of sense, and a bit of that backstory kind of comes to life. I'm sure that's something along the lines of how I would pack it away, but I think you're probably going to do it based on a different kind of thing, whether you're a goat or whether you're Cthulhu. And I don't know what Cthulhu thinks about being misunderstood and potentially being a goat itself. I can't recall if Cthulhu is male or female. Don't know if anyone's done any checks, but please let me know. And there we go. It's all gone back in that box. And yeah, it's not too big a box. I'll get rid of this side dispatch note on the back. But there we go. Imagine seeing that 3-letter box in Cthulhu. I mean, yeah, I don't know if it writes love letters, but we might find out. Well, thanks very much. Of course, check out Instagram as well. I'll be doing some posts on that as well. Enjoy it, and thank you very much. Also, check out Facebook. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day. Bye for now.